Want to get the most out of your next getaway or business trip? Get over to Belmont, North Carolina, and feel the Hamptonality. At the Hampton Inn Charlotte Belmont at Moncross, we give you friendly service at a great value. You'll rest easy on our clean and fresh Hampton bed. The crisp white linens and duvet give a fresh start to every guest each morning. Every morning begins with our free hot breakfast, including delicious waffles and hearty oatmeal. And with free Wi-Fi, you're guaranteed to stay connected. We're conveniently located just 8 miles from the center of Charlotte, 7 miles from the Charlotte Douglas International Airport, and just 1 mile from Belmont Abbey College. Book your stay by visiting Hampton.com or by calling 704-825-6100. Again, that's Hampton.com or calling 704-825-6100. Feel the Hamptonality at the preferred hotel for Crusaders Athletics, the Hampton Inn Charlotte Belmont at Moncross. Looking for up-to-the-minute scores of your favorite Crusader sports? www.abbeyathletics.com. Feature content, including coaches' interviews. www.abbeyathletics.com. Crusaders broadcast on demand. That's right, www.abbeyathletics.com. Your online source for all things Crusaders can be found in one place, www.abbeyathletics.com.
Pain. Pain doesn't just work 9 to 5. Pain can work round the clock, hours and hours, without even thinking of taking a break. So when you're hurting, you don't want to wait for an appointment. You need relief now. Well, there is a solution. Ortho Carolina's Urgent Care can provide relief for the entire family when time is of the essence. Our after-hours clinics are conveniently located near you when you need us. Ortho Carolina's expert staff is ready to treat strains, sprains, minor dislocations, sports injuries, joint pain, and more. The next time you or a loved one is hurting on an evening or over the weekend, we'll be ready to help. It's the same state-of-the-art care, professionalism, and expertise that's made Ortho Carolina a leader in the Southeast. Pain doesn't happen when it's handy, and you shouldn't have to wait to get relief. Visit orthocarolina.com for a list of urgent care locations and hours. Ortho Carolina. You improve.
Gaston County is a great place to raise a family. The benefits of the Charlotte Metro blended with the familiarity of several bedroom communities make Gaston a wonderful place to become a first-time home buyer. But in a shifting market, it's paramount to find a company that will work even harder for you in a very competitive landscape. Might I suggest to you Moss Realty? Moss Realty wants to serve you as an advocate through the home buying process. I've seen the hard work of the staff on a personal level. The attention to detail and their knowledge of Gaston County is top-notch. Moss Realty can help you make a pleasure out of life's biggest purchase. Give them a call at 704-865-5555 or log on to mossrealty.com. The number again, 704-865-5555. Moss Realty can turn dream home searching into dream home living. That number one more time, 704-865-5555. That's Moss Realty. Looking for up-to-the-minute scores of your favorite Crusader sports? www.abbeyathletics.com. Feature content, including coaches' interviews. www.abbeyathletics.com. Crusaders broadcast on demand. That's right, www.abbeyathletics.com. Your online source for all things Crusaders can be found in one place, www.abbeyathletics.com. Crusaders Athletics on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network is brought to you by Pine Island Country Club, Domino's, Moss Realty, the Hampton Inn by Hilton at Moncross, and Ortho Carolina. You improve. We take you now to the www.abbeyathletics.com broadcast booth. It's time to raise the red on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. Good morning. We welcome you to Alumni Field on the campus of Belmont Abbey College in beautiful Belmont, North Carolina for Senior Day 2018 here for men's lacrosse as the Crusaders take on the Lees-McRae Bobcats. A lot going on today, a lot at stake here at Alumni Field this afternoon is not only are we honoring 15 seniors this afternoon on the pitch at Alumni Field, but a win today for the Crusaders against Lees-McRae will guarantee a three-way co-championship for the regular season, assuming that Mount Olive wins.
Number 9.
I should throw that caveat out. If the Crusaders beat Lees-McRae today, we know we'll at least have a co-championship. However, if Mount Olive will beat Emmanuel today, which I would anticipate will happen, we will likely have a three-way tie for the conference championship between Mount Olive, Limestone, and Belmont Abbey. So while those seniors are being honored this afternoon, we'll take a step away here on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network, and we'll bring to you the starting lineups when we come back as the Crusaders look to raise the red on Senior Day, and you'll see it all here on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network.
Midfield number 18.
Want to get the most out of your next getaway or business trip? Get over to Belmont, North Carolina, and feel the Hamptonality. At the Hampton and Charlotte Belmont at Moncross, we give you friendly service at a great value. You'll rest easy on our clean and fresh Hampton bed. The crisp white linens and duvet give a fresh start to every guest each morning. Every morning begins with our free hot breakfast, including delicious waffles and hearty oatmeal. And with free Wi-Fi, you're guaranteed to stay connected. We're conveniently located just 8 miles from the center of Charlotte, 7 miles from the Charlotte Douglas International Airport, and just 1 mile from Belmont Abbey College. Book your stay by visiting Hampton.com or by calling 704-825-6100. Again, that's Hampton.com or calling 704-825-6100. Feel the Hamptonality at the preferred hotel for Crusaders Athletics, the Hampton in Charlotte Belmont at Moncross. Looking for up-to-the-minute scores of your favorite Crusader sports? www.abbeyathletics.com. Feature content, including coaches' interviews. www.abbeyathletics.com. Crusaders broadcast on demand. That's right, www.abbeyathletics.com. Your online source for all things Crusaders can be found in one place. www.abbeyathletics.com.
Pain doesn't just work 9 to 5. Pain can work round the clock, hours and hours, without even thinking of taking a break. So when you're hurting, you don't want to wait for an appointment. You need relief now. Well, there is a solution. Ortho Carolina's Urgent Care can provide relief for the entire family when time is of the essence. Our after-hours clinics are conveniently located near you when you need us. Ortho Carolina's expert staff is ready to treat strains, sprains, minor dislocations, sports injuries, joint pain, and more. The next time you or a loved one is hurting on an evening or over the weekend, we'll be ready to help. It's the same state-of-the-art care, professionalism, and expertise that's made Ortho Carolina a leader in the Southeast. Pain doesn't happen when it's handy, and you shouldn't have to wait to get relief. Visit orthocarolina.com for a list of urgent care locations and hours. Ortho Carolina. You improved.
Gaston County is a great place to raise a family. The benefits of the Charlotte Metro blended with the familiarity of several bedroom communities make Gaston a wonderful place to become a first-time home buyer. But in a shifting market, it's paramount to find a company that will work even harder for you in a very competitive landscape. Might I suggest to you Moss Realty? Moss Realty wants to serve you as an advocate through the home buying process. I've seen the hard work of the staff on a personal level. The attention to detail and their knowledge of Gaston County is top-notch. Moss Realty can help you make a pleasure out of life's biggest purchase. Give them a call at 704-865-5555 or log on to mossrealty.com. The number again, 704-865-5555. Moss Realty can turn dream home searching into dream home living. That number one more time, 704-865-5555. That's Moss Realty. Looking for up-to-the-minute scores of your favorite Crusader sports? www.abbeyathletics.com. Feature content, including coaches' interviews. www.abbeyathletics.com. Crusaders broadcast on demand. That's right, www.abbeyathletics.com. Your online source for all things Crusaders can be found in one place. www.abbeyathletics.com. Hampton.com. And we're back here at Alumni Field. The senior announcements still ongoing, so let's go ahead and dive into the starting lineups for both clubs this afternoon. For Lees-McRae, they come in 2-5 overall, 1-4 in the conference. This will be the starting lineup they have today. In defense, Luke Strong, the sophomore out of TKK, South Carolina, will be on the back line. He'll have Caleb Culverhouse, the sophomore out of Evans, Georgia, on the back line with him. Tristan Hashimi, a junior out of Greer, South Carolina, will also be on the back line for the Bobcats. In midfield, Christopher LeMay will be on the pitch, a senior out of Hillsborough, North Carolina. He'll have alongside of him Ryan Beecham, a sophomore out of Courtenay, British Columbia. Jonathan Berry will also be in the midfield, a freshman out of Mooresville, North Carolina, as well as in the attack position, Alec Molander, a junior out of Victoria, British Columbia. Craig Barr will also be in the attack, a freshman out of Cooper City, Florida. Tanner Jones will round out the attacking unit, a senior out of Comox, British Columbia. In goal this afternoon will be Vicente Ortiz Sanchez, a sophomore out of Fayetteville, North Carolina, by way of Hoke County High School. That's the starting lineup that Brad Dunn will roll out this afternoon. For the Crusaders, this will be the starting lineup that they roll out with Senior Day happening, and you've got 10 positions and 15 players. You can imagine you're going to rotate a lot of these guys in, but this is what the starting lineup will start with this afternoon. In the defense, Cooper Sidewant, a senior out of Chatham, Mass, will get the start this afternoon. Jamie Wolf will also get the start on the back line, the senior out of East Hampton, New York. Anthony Cesario, the junior out of Mount Sinai, New York, gets the start along with Cody Agrella, the senior out of Reno, Nevada. Hunter Jones will get the start in the midfield, the senior out of Palm City, Florida. He'll be flanked by Billy Huss, the senior out of Elk Grove, California, in that midfield. Callum Tanner will get the start in the attack position, the senior out of Victoria, British Columbia. Liam Osborne, the junior out of Bowmanville, Ontario, gets the start for the Crusaders as they'll round out the offense with Adam Wiedemann, the attacker, the senior from Caledon East, Ontario. And then in goal this afternoon will be Ryan McLaughlin. McLaughlin, the 5'10 senior out of East Hampton, senior out of Island Park, New York, by way of Chaminade High School, will get the start today. I would imagine at some point, with it being Senior Day, that we'll also see Harley Witham. But right now, Ryan McLaughlin will get the start for the Crusaders, as it's Belmont Abbey versus Lees-McRae here on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. As we see the field clear off, we'll have the introductions and the anthem as well as the invocation here in a moment. But before we get into that, already starting to get the emails in, so let me know how you can reach out to me today. You can find me through Twitter at the BASN. That's at the BASN, where you can find me. Love for you to follow me, tag me in your tweets. When you do so, please use the hashtag BAC Live, as you see in the lower left-hand corner of your screen. And then, of course, you can find me through email throughout the course of the action on the interactive press box. You can find me at Brian Rushing at BAC.edu. That's Brian Rushing at BAC.edu. When we come back, we'll have the start of the action at the top of the hour as the Crusaders look to raise the red against the Bobcats. And you'll see it all here on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. Want to get the most out of your next getaway or business trip? Get over to Belmont, North Carolina, and feel the Hamptonality. At the Hampton and Charlotte Belmont at Moncross, we give you friendly service at a great value. You'll rest easy on our clean and fresh Hampton bed. The crisp white linens and duvet give a fresh start to every guest each morning. Every morning begins with our free hot breakfast, including delicious waffles and hearty oatmeal. And with free Wi-Fi, you're guaranteed to stay connected. We're conveniently located just 8 miles from the center of Charlotte, 7 miles from the Charlotte Douglas International Airport, and just 1 mile from Belmont Abbey College. Book your stay by visiting Hampton.com or by calling 704-825-6100. Again, that's Hampton.com or calling 704-825-6100. Feel the Hamptonality at the preferred hotel for Crusaders athletics, the Hampton in Charlotte Belmont at Moncross. Looking for up-to-the-minute scores of your favorite Crusader sports? www.abbeyathletics.com. Feature content, including coaches' interviews. www.abbeyathletics.com. Crusaders broadcast on demand. That's right, www.abbeyathletics.com. Your online source for all things Crusaders can be found in one place, www.abbeyathletics.com.
Pain. Pain doesn't just work 9 to 5. Pain can work round the clock, hours and hours, without even thinking of taking a break. So when you're hurting, you don't want to wait for an appointment. You need relief now. Well, there is a solution. Ortho Carolina's Urgent Care can provide relief for the entire family when time is of the essence. Our after-hours clinics are conveniently located near you when you need us. Ortho Carolina's expert staff is ready to treat strains, sprains, minor dislocations, sports injuries, joint pain, and more. The next time you or a loved one is hurting on an evening or over the weekend, we'll be ready to help. It's the same state-of-the-art care, professionalism, and expertise that's made Ortho Carolina a leader in the Southeast. Pain doesn't happen when it's handy, and you shouldn't have to wait to get relief. Visit orthocarolina.com for a list of urgent care locations and hours. Ortho Carolina. You improve.
Gaston County is a great place to raise a family. The benefits of the Charlotte Metro blended with the familiarity of several bedroom communities make Gaston a wonderful place to become a first-time home buyer. But in a shifting market, it's paramount to find a company that will work even harder for you in a very competitive landscape. Might I suggest to you Moss Realty? Moss Realty wants to serve you as an advocate through the home buying process. I've seen the hard work of the staff on a personal level. The attention to detail and their knowledge of Gaston County is top-notch. Moss Realty can help you make a pleasure out of life's biggest purchase. Give them a call at 704-865-5555 or log on to mossrealty.com. The number again, 704-865-5555. Moss Realty can turn dream home searching into dream home living. That number one more time, 704-865-5555. That's Moss Realty. Looking for up-to-the-minute scores of your favorite Crusader sports? www.abbeyathletics.com. Feature content, including coaches' interviews. www.abbeyathletics.com. Crusaders broadcast on demand. That's right, www.abbeyathletics.com. Your online source for all things Crusaders can be found in one place, www.abbeyathletics.com.
Saturdays used to be for college football. Now you drive 300 miles to watch this. Don't get me wrong, you love flag dancing as much as the next guy. All 8 hours of it. But what you really love is your little girl. Yes! Nice pop toss. Flag dancing? We've been there. And with free hot breakfast and a warm welcome, we'll be there for you. Book at Hampton.com for a guaranteed discount on your next weekend stay. Hampton by Hilton.
Crusaders Athletics on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network is brought to you by Pine Island Country Club, Domino's, Moss Realty, the Hampton Inn by Hilton at Montcross, and Ortho Carolina. You improve. We take you now to the www.abbeyathletics.com broadcast booth. It's time to raise the red on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. And good afternoon. We welcome you to Senior Day 2018 on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. Brian Rushing here with you. We've got a full house on the press box this afternoon. As myself here with you, along with Angelina Perrone handling the production computer this afternoon, Bryn Kelly and Richard Medley handling computer work this afternoon on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. As earlier today, we honored 15 seniors who will likely all see action this afternoon on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. As you see both clubs make their way out to the field at this time, a lot riding in this contest. We've got two matches in Conference Carolinas today that have critical importance to what happens at the top of the conference table. At noon, Mount Olive will be taking on the Emmanuel College Lions. If Mount Olive should beat Emmanuel and Belmont Abbey defeats Lees-McRae here, there will be a three-way tie at the top of the conference. They will have to do some sort of draw or something of that nature to determine who gets the top spot in the conference. And then from there, they'll go through a series of tiebreakers to determine who gets the bye going into Tuesday, can go directly into the semifinal, and then who has to host a quarterfinal matchup in the first round. As Billy Huss will be in the middle this afternoon against Ryan Beecham, the sophomore out of Courtenay, British Columbia. Lees-McRae will go from right to left this afternoon. They'll be wearing the gray jerseys and the gray shorts. Belmont Abbey will go white on white this afternoon, going from left to right here in the first period. A good crowd here. So glad that you could join us on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. Billy Huss looking to track it down. He does so, and the Crusaders immediately go on to offense. Hunter Jones will take it at the top. Cooper Sidewan will give way for McGinley. As Kyle McGinley will come on, he'll receive the pass and help to set the offense. Brendan McGovern comes on as well. As the Crusaders will also send on Liam Kircher, the senior out of Penticton, British Columbia. Kircher on the run, has a crease, decides to go to Wiedemann. Osborne will fire, and just like that, the Crusaders are on the board as Liam Osborne connects, and Belmont Abbey has the 1-0 advantage.
Liam Osborne, assisted by Adam Wiedemann.
So the Crusaders with the goal. Liam Osborne makes the marker, hits his 29th of the season, 46th point on the year, and Belmont Abbey has a quick 1-0 advantage. As the Crusaders got into that offensive set, Osborne fired a high, hard one past the keeper and Vicente Ortiz Sanchez, and the Crusaders have the quick 1-0 advantage. Sidewan gets it out to Osborne, and they'll go into their offensive set. Kyle Fitzsimmons will deliver the pass at the top and go into the offense. This Fitzsimmons to the left side. Fitzsimmons, one of the 15 seniors honored this afternoon. Fitzsimmons will go on his own to the near side. Out to Wiedemann. Wiedemann gets it to Hollister. The pass back to Wiedemann broken up. Osborne will have it quickly, takes it off the shoe of Ortiz Sanchez. And Wiedemann will reset the offense. Fitz out in front. The shot covered by Ortiz Sanchez. Crusaders will continue their offensive here in the opening moments, already with a 1-goal advantage. Sean Hanrahan at the top, working alongside Jason Hollister. Fitzsimmons at the top. Hollister out to Osborne. Osborne with a change of direction. Gets the flip from Wiedemann. Wiedemann's going to pass it beyond the keeper, Vicente Ortiz Sanchez.
That goal was scored by
the goal scored
Adam Wiedemann.
by Adam Wiedemann.
Assisted.
It's going to be his 24th of the season, and the Crusaders have the 2-0 advantage. So Belmont Abbey has owned the run of play here in the opening moments. Take a look at what Lees-McRae has done so far this season with the one conference win. It was a win against Emmanuel on Senior Day up in Banner Elk. That matchup took place just 2 weeks ago. So we'll have an infraction on Dylan Harmon, and Lees-McRae will get the start on offense. As they cleared across, Jonathan Barry has it at the top. So get it over to Tanner Jones. Lees-McRae will bring on their offensive unit, and they'll look to see if they can get on the board. Hunter Jones marking Ryan Beecham at the top. So they'll take it over to the far side where Craig Barr has it. Lees-McRae College out of the mountains of North Carolina. Banner Elk, North Carolina to be exact. Some 4,000 feet above sea level. Had a chance to talk to some of the support staff that are here today with Lees-McRae. They said temperatures haven't been so bad as the ball is lost. Jay Clark advances it, gets it out ahead to Cody Agrella. And now Agrella looking forward to Osborne. Osborne looking to run it around. Osborne out front to Wademan, and Wademan puts it in the back of the net, and it's 3-0. As Wademan gets his second goal of the afternoon, and the Crusaders have a quick 3-0 lead.
Assisted by Liam Osborne.
It's Belmont Abbey. Has had a very solid last 8 days. Of course, we were here this past Saturday to watch the Crusaders upend Limestone by a 14-10 score. It was their first ever win at Alumni Field against the Saints. And it created an opportunity for them to face North Greenville, who they dispatched in what is arguably their most complete effort this year. As the Crusaders will get possession, Hunter Jones will have it. Vinny Voltaggio will come on for the Crusaders. Also coming on will be Patrick Bagata, the sophomore out of Hershey, Pennsylvania. Tyler Dolly with Bagata. Now up top to Voltaggio. So it's Voltaggio, Dale, as well as Bagata, Wademan, Tanner, and Osborne. Crusaders already with a 3-0 advantage as they'll go to Wademan. Bagata had the chance to fire, misses wide left. Bagata, interestingly enough, will be a presenter on Monday night for the annual awards reception presented by Public Supermarkets, where, of course, shopping is a pleasure. As Wademan will fire left side. He tucks it across, and he's got 3 goals already. And the Crusaders lead 4-0. As Wademan, with his 26th goal of the season, the Crusaders have jumped out in front 4-0.
Assisted by number 21, Liam Osborne.
Well, I've got an opportunity. I want to say hello to Timothy Piggott, checking out the action this afternoon here at Alumni Field. Not sure if the Piggott family is watching from across the way at Alumni Field or perhaps watching at home. I know that Tim is here. It's good to see all the folks making their way up to Alumni Field for this action as Huss has it to Wademan. The shot by Sidowan, and Cooper Sidowan finds the back of the net. And the Crusaders have the 5-0 advantage as the senior out of Chatham, Mass. puts it in the back of the net. And the Crusaders have the 5-0 advantage. My sweet mother.
27, Adam Wiedemann.
So Cooper Sidowan finds the back of the net with the shot. And the Crusaders are racing out to a 5-0 lead. As we have played not quite 5 minutes yet, and the Crusaders have mounted a 5-0 charge here in the very earliest moments of the contest.
We need the Wi-Fi card and password over baseball.
It's been all Belmont Abbey here in the early going, as they look to put themselves in a position to have, regardless of what happens around the conference, if they win today, they have, at the very least, a share of the conference championship. It's McGinley will take it to McGovern. Huss will depart. The shot taken. Crusaders will regain possession. It's Liam Kircher back on for the Crusaders. Osborne quickly to Wiedemann. Wiedemann back to Kircher. Kircher with the spin move, looks to fire. Takes it just off the deflection of Ortiz Sanchez, and the Crusaders will regain possession. Vicente Ortiz Sanchez has been pressed into duty today in the keeper's position as the shot taken by Callum Tanner. He finds the back of the net, and the Crusaders have the 6-0 advantage. Ortiz Sanchez has not played in goal this year for Lees-McRae as he has been pressed into duty. And because of that, the Crusaders putting considerable pressure on the young keeper as the Crusaders have the 6-0 lead here in the very early going. Dylan Harmon working in the middle for the Crusaders. 6-0 advantage. Clark. Now Sidewan. Sidewan already with a goal in this contest as he kicks it back out to Clark. Sean Hanrahan. So they'll take it around the horn where Osborne to Wiedemann. Sidewan departs as Grippo comes into the contest for the Crusaders. So it's Hanrahan, Hollister, and Grippo, along with Tanner, Osborne, and Wiedemann. It's going to ground is Grippo. Grippo still trying to track it down. He will. And the Crusaders will maintain possession. Wiedemann. It's the shot covered. It's Jason Hollister. Tried to go high and to the left side of the frame. And Ortiz Sanchez with the save. And Lees-McRae will look to advance it. It's the Crusaders defense forcing the turnover. And now Sean Hanrahan has it for the Crusaders. Connor Larkin will depart as Jason Hollister comes back on. Wiedemann goes near side. The shot by Osborne deflected away as it bounces toward the back line. The Crusaders will continue possession. About midway through the first period, the Crusaders with a 6-0 advantage. So we near the 6.5-minute mark remaining in this opening quarter. Grippo. Hollister fires, gets it past Ortiz Sanchez, and it's 7-0 in favor of the Crusaders.
That goal was scored by number 23, Jason Hollister, assisted by
So the goal for Hollister
Adam Wiedemann.
gives him 8 on the season, and the Crusaders have stretched the lead out to 7-0. A lot of sights, a lot of sounds here on the campus this afternoon. If you're here with us on the campus, there's a Crusader preview day for incoming freshmen that's happening right now across the campus as they're taking tours, doing interviews, getting to meet a lot of folks as it relates to the campus in general, as well as the athletics department. Then you've got just beyond the way here, you've got softball that'll be playing at 2 o'clock. A senior day will occur. as the softball team will take on Montreat in a doubleheader of action. We'll have the second end of our doubleheader this afternoon over at Abbey Yard. So the Crusaders will finish up their 3-game series against Erskine with a doubleheader today. We'll bring coverage of Game 3 on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. It'll be an audio-only broadcast. That'll be after we conclude here at Alumni Field. Voltaggio on the run. Works it back behind the frame. Voltaggio got hit. The ball rolls away, and we'll have a whistle as it's going to stay with the Crusaders. So the Crusaders get the play call as Liam Osborne will get the restart on the far side. Tyler Dolly to Wiedemann. They'll take it back up to Voltaggio, who fires. That shot blocked by Ortiz Sanchez. We'll have a whistle. Into the crease was Tyler Dolly, and it'll be possession to Lees-McRae. The Crusaders have owned the run of play this afternoon against Lees-McRae, much to the delight of this senior day crowd. Lees-McRae brings it into the offensive zone. Beecham clears it for Lees-McRae. Now at the top, Gabe Soto, the senior out of Statesville, North Carolina. Behind the frame, Molander. Molander loses the handle briefly as Anthony Cesario steps in. The shot is going to get past Ryan McLaughlin. We'll have a flag on the play. The goal should count, which would nullify the flag, as Alec Molander will get the marker. And Lees-McRae is on the board, trailing 7-1.
Scored by number 0, Alec Molander.
Once you said it's goal, I was like, okay.
So Lees-McRae on the board, Alec Molander with the marker, his 28th of the season. As you look in context, this is just the 8th game of the year for Lees-McRae, as they came in 2-5 on the year. Molander, for him to have 28 goals in what is now game number 8 of the year, it's a pretty good idea just how dynamic this young man can be offensively for this Lees-McRae club. He also leads the team in assists with 10, so you can tell a very dominant two-way player for the Lees-McRae Bobcats. So the Crusaders have their 7-goal streak cut off by Molander's marker. And the Bobcats, after the violation on the faceoff, will gain possession. Is defending for the Crusaders on the near side, Brandon Rust, the freshman out of Harwood, North Dakota. Will have a whistle, and we'll have an infraction. It's Richard Medley who's going to be operating the camera. He'll give you the infraction from the official as he comes right out front. So the infraction on the Crusaders will create a man-down situation for Belmont Abbey, and Lees-McRae will look to attack. As the mark-off attributed to Brandon Rust, and he'll now sit down. Lees-McRae at the top. Will swing it around to Beecham here on the near side. A 7-1 lead for the Crusaders. As they'll take it back around. Molander behind the frame along with Craig Barr. Molander being checked by Jake Clark. Gets the return pass. Molander, the lob pass broken up, and McLaughlin will cover it in the net and will now outlet ahead. Jack Diebold has it running down the middle of the field as he gets it to Agrella. Agrella fires over the top of the crossbar. And the Crusaders, because they had no one behind the frame in that transition situation, will allow Lees-McRae to take possession off the misfire. It's Cody Agrella, not oftentimes on the offensive side, took the shot and didn't miss by much. As Brody Monroe now on for the Crusaders as it runs along the far side. Monroe tracks it down for the Abbey, and now with the spin move, he'll go to Jake Clark. Clark with the pump fake, and he'll now take it toward the offensive zone as it goes to Osborne. And now the Crusaders will look to attack. It's Kircher. Will get the ball as Jones departs. Brian DePass will come on for the Crusaders. Also to come on will be Aiden Carroll, a freshman out of Fairport, New York. Correction, that's Mahwah, New Jersey. Pass takes the shot as it's covered by Ortiz Sanchez. It'll run along the ground here on the near side, and possession will stay with the Crusaders. First period action, Crusaders with the 7-1 advantage. Carroll on the far side, now to Wiedemann. Osborne. And now they go to Kircher. Kircher with a run, takes it back to Wiedemann. They'll now rotate it back to the far side, leaning in and shooting and scoring as Liam Osborne. As Osborne makes it 8-1. Osborne with his second marker of the afternoon.
Goal was scored by number 21, Liam Osborne.
So the goal for Liam Osborne gives him 30 on the season, and the Crusaders retake the 7-goal advantage. So we got 150 remaining here in the quarter. It's an absolute perfect day to watch any of your choice of men's lacrosse action, softball or baseball. Temperature should be right around 70 degrees. Very little breeze this afternoon, and the sun is beaming. I'm looking around the horizon here at all points, and I can't find a cloud in the sky. Somebody call the Department of Tourism. This is a perfect postcard kind of day. As not Beecham, but it'll be Barry tracking it down. Barry fires, and McLaughlin with the save. So he'll lob it out to Anthony Cesario, and Jones will track it down. As Andrew Meyer is on the pitch for the Crusaders. And now he'll engage on the attack. Meyer on the near. It's on for the Crusaders, Connor Peterson, the midfielder out of Calgary. Also on, Chase Stewart. Chase Stewart from nearby Mount Holly, North Carolina, a Stuart Kramer product. Of course, lacrosse is not played in Gaston County at the high school level, so Chase Stewart making his mark from a prep standpoint by going the club route. An interesting story about Stewart I'll be able to tell you here in just a little bit. As the shot taken and covered by Ortiz Sanchez. As Andrew Meyer fired the shot from the right slot, Ortiz Sanchez covers. Chase Stewart, the freshman midfielder, as that ball lobbed into the offensive zone. So it'll run to the back line, and possession will go to the Crusaders. As we'll have 1 second remaining, and that'll do it. We've played one period Here at Alumni Field, the Crusaders with the 8-1 lead. When we come back, we'll have the start of the second half on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. Gaston County is a great place to raise a family. The benefits of the Charlotte Metro blended with the familiarity of several bedroom communities make Gaston a wonderful place to become a first-time homebuyer. But in a shifting market, it's paramount to find a company that will work even harder for you in a very competitive landscape. Might I suggest to you Moss Realty? Moss Realty wants to serve you as an advocate through the home buying process. I've seen the hard work of the staff on a personal level. The attention to detail and their knowledge of Gaston County is top-notch. Moss Realty can help you make a pleasure out of life's biggest purchase. Give them a call at 704-865-5555 or log on to mossrealty.com. The number again, 704-865-5555. Moss Realty can turn dream home searching into dream home living. That number one more time, 704-865-5555. That's Moss Realty. Back here at Alumni Field on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. Email, just got it a little bit ago. Want to say hello to John Hanrahan, checking out the action from what I would presume to be the Seattle area. John Hanrahan wishing his best to all the seniors, and certainly I would echo those sentiments. I hope each and every one of these seniors remember this day forever. And for those of them that have already made an impact in the contest, they'll have a memory that they will, in fact, be able to keep forever. So the Crusaders here in period number 2 will go from right to left, wearing the all-whites. Lees-McRae wearing the green jerseys with the gray shorts. They'll go from left to right here in period number 2, along with Richard Medley, Bryn Kelly handling the camera operations today. Angelina Perrone running the computer this afternoon. Brian Rushing here with you. So glad you could join us. John, I do want to thank you for the kind remarks, and hopefully, we're not done broadcasting lacrosse just yet. As the conference tournament, I hope we're not out here on Tuesday. Hopefully the Crusaders will get to the 1 or the 2, and they can go ahead and get a bye into the semis. That action will take place in Tigerville, South Carolina, on the campus of North Greenville University. As Dylan Harmon has it for the Crusaders. But the Crusaders can make their way into the national tournament. I have a feeling I'll be taking the boxes and bringing at the very least an audio broadcast on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. That would be my hope and intention. As McGovern has it for the Crusaders, Connor Larkin and Jake Clark will depart. Jack Piggott will come on for the Crusaders, as this will be the typical 6-player attack, as Piggott on with Osborne, Wiedemann, Callum Tanner, McGinley, and McGovern. McGinley with the shot, has it covered by Ortiz Sanchez, runs along, Piggott fires, he misses high and to the left. Crusaders will maintain possession. Lots of action here on the campus today, and then of course a doubleheader of action on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. As soon as we wrap here with the Ortho Carolina postgame show, we'll have baseball action, audio only, against Erskine. As the shot from McGovern finds the back of the net, and the Crusaders have stretched it to a 9-1 advantage. As Brendan McGovern with the goal, has 7 on the season, and the Crusaders stretch the lead out to 8. For those of you that are tuning in late, we celebrated 15 seniors before the start of the action today. And once we got past the festivities, we got right back to business, as the game today has critical importance in the conference. Also, we'll be keeping an eye on what's transpiring between Emmanuel and Mount Olive. That game, from what I understand, started at 12 o'clock also. And here's the scenario. If the Crusaders win this matchup, which right now they're poised to do, as Hanrahan has it on the far side, they will have a 5-1 record, just like Limestone. Now, if Mount Olive should lose to Emmanuel, Belmont Abbey shares a championship with Limestone, and they become the 1 seed going into the tournament. However, I would say that Emmanuel doesn't have an extraordinarily good shot of defeating Mount Olive. I'm not trying to disparage anyone. I would just say Mount Olive is the prohibitive favorite in that matchup. As Hanrahan fires high and he scores, and the Crusaders have the 10-1 lead. Hanrahan his first of the afternoon, and the Crusaders have gotten the double figures. If Mount Olive does in fact defeat Emmanuel, you've got a three-way tie at 5-1 in the conference between Mount Olive, Limestone, and Belmont Abbey. They will draw in some form or fashion to determine who gets the 1 seed. And then from there, we'll work the tiebreakers out on the head-to-head. If the Crusaders have the intent of not playing here at home on Tuesday, what would have to happen is they either win the draw or have Mount Olive win the draw, because then they would own the head-to-head against Limestone. Billy Huss has it right down the middle as he looks to Wiedemann, now to Osborne, and Osborne tucks it into a short corner and stretches out the lead. As that was quick, Osborne's got 3 goals in the contest, and the Crusaders lead 11-1.
And assisted by number 27, Adam Wiedemann.
As the Crusaders continue to look very strong here on this opening day. Haas in the middle, working against Tristan Hashime. And the Crusaders track it down. Cesario has it, goes to Haas. Haas now to Fitzsimmons. Fitzsimmons fires, and Kyle Fitzsimmons finds the back of the net. And the bench goes crazy as Kyle Fitzsimmons, the senior out of Wake Forest, North Carolina, by way of Heritage High School, finds the back of the net. And the Crusaders have the 12-1 advantage.
Number 42, Kyle Fitzsimmons, assisted by number 11, Billy Huss.
Billy Huss getting down on the offensive end, finding Fitzsimmons, and Fitzsimmons beats Ortiz Sanchez. And the Crusaders stretch out the lead. Haas picks it up and he'll advance as that pass broken up. And now Lees-McRae will track it down, but Wiedemann in the corner trying to race to get it. Callum Tanner does in fact come away with it for the Crusaders, and they'll go into their offensive set. Vinny Voltaggio will come on to the offensive fray for the Crusaders. Also Tyler Dale will come on with Patrick Bagata here in just a moment. Osborne to Tanner. Dale and Bagata at the top. So Osborne will take it to the other side. He'll fire. That shot misses. Crusaders maintain possession. It's in the second period. So we've played 3.5 minutes in this period. Callum Tanner was going to fire, but he had his stick muffled. And the shot low by Tyler Dale finds the back of the net. So the Crusaders continue to stretch the lead.
That goal was scored by number 38, Tyler.
It sounds like that Lees-McRae is going to take a timeout. We'll take it with them as the Crusaders have a 13-1 advantage on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. We'll be right back.
My friend told me that the person announcing is really quiet.
Want to get the most out of your next getaway or business trip? Get over to Belmont, North Carolina, and feel the Hamptonality. At the Hampton and Charlotte Belmont at Moncross, we give you friendly service at a great value. You'll rest easy on our clean and fresh Hampton bed. The crisp white linens and duvet give a fresh start to every guest each morning. Every morning begins with our free hot breakfast, including delicious waffles and hearty oatmeal. And with free Wi-Fi, you're guaranteed to stay connected. We're conveniently located just 8 miles from the center of Charlotte, 7 miles from the Charlotte Douglas International Airport, and just 1 mile from Belmont Abbey College. Book your stay by visiting Hampton.com or by calling 704-825-6100. Again, that's Hampton.com or calling 704-825-6100. Feel the Hamptonality at the preferred hotel for Crusaders Athletics, the Hampton and Charlotte Belmont at Moncross. Back here at Alumni Field, the Crusaders with a 13-1 advantage. As Tyler Dowley finds the back of the net just a moment ago, and the Crusaders have the lead by 12. Folks, hope that you'll join me on the 3rd of August as we host the 3rd annual Hampton Inn by Hilton Abbey Golf Classic, a 4-man Captain's Choice tournament with the proceeds going to the Abbey Athletics General Athletic Fund. If you'd like to take part in the tournament on August the 3rd, you can find me by calling 704-461-6235. That's 704-461-6235. We look forward to seeing you at the 3rd annual Hampton Inn by Hilton Abbey Golf Classic. As that pass is going to be misplayed, as Callum Tanner couldn't track it down. The pass from James Booth will give possession to Lees-McRae. As they'll get it to Alec Molander. Molander has the 1 goal for Lees-McRae in this contest. So you take a look at the schedule for Lees-McRae, the 2 wins that they have this year, one against Emmanuel. They opened up the season against the Montreat Cavaliers in Black Mountain, and they beat them in overtime 14-13. And then after getting the win against Montreat, what do? They take on the 7th-ranked Limestone Saints. So we'll have an over and back violation. Possession will go to the Crusaders. That was a 21-8 win for Limestone against the Bobcats, as the shot taken by Osborne misfires, and the Crusaders will have possession. From that point, they took on 12th-ranked Mount Olive. They lost 20-3. North Greenville defeated them 19-9. Chowan beat them 16-9. And then they got the win against Emmanuel on Senior Day, as the shot taken by Brian DePass, as he gets the goal and the Crusaders stretch out the lead. So the junior out of Nantucket, Massachusetts, gets the goal, and the Crusaders have the 14-1 lead.
Number 5, Brian DePass.
So the Crusaders stretch out their lead. And I think we're getting to the point to where you understand that the Crusaders today, on the Senior Day, are taking their big bench and their very talented players, and they're just simply outmatching Lees-McRae, and I don't really know that there's any 2 ways to go around it. And the Crusaders, with this opportunity, can play a lot of kids on Senior Day, which is fantastic. And though these clubs are not going to have a lot of sympathy for one another as they play each other, you do have to feel some compassion for Lees-McRae in the course of the contest, as they're outnumbered. They are. They've been riddled with injuries, as they're still trying to progress into a viable program at the college level. As the pass goes to Grant Walton, a freshman of West Lynn, Oregon. As that pass broken up, losing the stick for Belmont Abbey is Andrew Meyer. And now Molander looks to advance. Chase Stewart trying to contest with him. Also, Jamie Wolf back behind the frame. As it runs along the ground, Ryan McLaughlin tried to pick it up, but it'll be possession. Lees-McRae off the Belmont Abbey infraction. As getting the start will be Jonathan Berry, or we're getting the restart will be Jonathan Berry on the far side. And you take a look at Vicente Ortiz Sanchez. He is listed as a midfielder on the program, but he's pressed into duty as a goalkeeper this afternoon. And you have to think that when the season started, he didn't anticipate that there'd be any possibility, as that shot covered by McLaughlin. You didn't think there was any possibility for Ortiz Sanchez that he might be minding the net for the Lees-McRae Bobcats. As Osborne looking for Cesario. Cesario lost the handle on it. James Booth trying to track it down as it goes airborne. Tanner will have it for the Crusaders. And now Tanner trying to avoid the pressure. As McGinley and McGovern will come on for the Crusaders. It's James Booth, McGinley, McGovern, Piggott. Wiedemann is out. It's Tanner and Osborne on the pitch nearest the frame. Piggott runs it along the left side. Booth fires, misses wide. Possession stays with the Crusaders. It's James Booth, the redshirt freshman out of Shirley, New York, went right past his marker. Was able to fire on the frame, but missing just by a little bit as McGinley fires. That shot misses wide left, and the possession will stay with the Crusaders. So we have a little more than 6.5 minutes remaining here in this first half. Piggott, near side to McGinley. McGinley thought about it. As Osborne will track it down and maintain possession for the Crusaders. McGovern gets checked by Luke Strong. Now Tanner behind the frame. Booth fires. Booth finds the back of the net. And always remember, folks, when you get the option between Table or Booth, you always choose Booth, as Booth finds the back of the net, and the Crusaders stretch the lead.
That goal was scored by number 0, James Booth, unassisted.
The redshirt freshman from Shirley, New York, gets the goal, and the Crusaders continue to march toward this senior day victory. For Booth, that's goal number 4 on the season. Belmont Abbey in the offensive zone. Jacob Moore brought it in. Now Tanner to Osborne. Hollister looking to come on as soon as he can get someone to depart the offensive area. And Huss behind the frame will look to set the offense. And Hollister will now come on as Jacob Moore will depart. Booth to Hollister. Billy Huss will depart. The shot taken by Hunter Jones. Osborne quickly to Booth. Booth lost the stick. It rolls into the crease, and it's covered by Ortiz Sanchez. And Ortiz Sanchez is going to go out on a run. And for a moment, that looked a bit harrowing, as I thought Ortiz Sanchez was going to go on a run to the offensive zone and leave the net empty. Near side, Hashemi gets it over to Barry. Barry tries to split the double team, does so. That pass incompleted. Lees-McRae looking to take a shot. Molander loses the handle on it, and now Hunter Jones has it for the Crusaders. And he tries to weave himself in and out of traffic, and he'll clear it for the Crusaders. As Voltaggio will come on along with Bagata. So it's Osborne, Voltaggio, Hanrahan, Tanner, Booth, as Dale will come on here in just a moment. Just off in the distance, the baseball team, is the shot taken by James Booth. Booth with 2 in the contest. The Crusaders stretch the lead. Just off in the distance, baseball is getting their senior day celebration started as they're honoring a host of players this Saturday afternoon. And about an hour from now, softball will begin doing the same thing over at Crusaders Field. Waning moments of the second period. So the Crusaders, with 3 minutes and 15 seconds remaining, have a 15-goal advantage. So we'll have a stoppage. And the Crusaders will maintain possession nevertheless. I was tagged in a tweet just a moment ago. BAC Live is want to say hello to Jamie Booth at Lax Coach Booth on Twitter, at Lax Coach Booth. Congrats to all the seniors at Belmont Abbey College. Great careers. Thank you, Jamie, for tagging us on the tweet. And then, of course, using the hashtag BAC Live as the pass has that shot deflected away. It'll stay with the Crusaders. Of course, as you can see by what I'll pop up here on the lower left-hand side, you can join the conversation throughout the course of the match by tagging us in your tweets and then using the hashtag BAC Live. As the shot taken by Ben Utrosa. Utrosa takes the shot, he scores, and the Crusaders extend the lead. They rattled off 7 consecutive goals before Lees-McRae put their first mark on the board. And since that point, they've rattled off 10 straight here at Alumni Field. But you can always find me at the BASN on Twitter. Follow me, tag me in tweets, use BAC Live when doing so during the course of game action. And then, of course, you can always send your emails to me, Brian Rushing, at bac.edu. As Ryan McLaughlin got the start in goal this afternoon in place of Harley Whittam. Whittam, of course, a senior out of Elk Grove, California. There is a possibility that we may see him. However, McLaughlin seems to be minding the frame quite nicely, thank you. And with the Crusaders with an extraordinary lead, we could see Whittem come on just to make an appearance on Senior Day, as he has logged the lion's share of the minutes in goal for the Crusaders. It'll be interesting to see the dynamic that plays out here in the final 2 minutes plus second half here at Alumni Field. Is going to ground is Jonathan Barry as he gets checked by Kyle Fitzsimmons. Now Lees-McRae looking to shoot. A double team coming on, losing the handle, and it's picked up by Cody Agrella. And I have a feeling if Agrella gets an opportunity to, he's going to try to fire. As the pass to Otrosa. Otrosa hits the crossbar. There'll be a foul, and the possession will go to the Crusaders. The official will give us the signal here in just a moment. So the infraction on Lees-McRae will be on Tanner Jones, the senior out of Comox, British Columbia. And the Crusaders will get the restart here on the near slot. So Osborne will get the restart for the Crusaders. It'll be a 30-second mark-off as we have 90 seconds remaining in the half. Piggott to Wiedemann on the far side. Now to Osborne. Osborne looking for and finding Tanner. He misses the shot wide left. Shot taken, hits the crossbar. With it does Booth. And now Lees-McRae will look to advance it. It's the spin move, trying to get out of traffic for Jonathan Barry as he is inundated by white jerseys around him as he goes to ground. And the infraction will give Lees-McRae possession back. As Barry, the freshman out of Mooresville, North Carolina, gets checked again. That ball gets flipped away. And it'll be possession to the Crusaders. Clark goes to Agrella. Agrella trying to find some open space on the offensive end, as the senior out of Reno, Nevada would like to cash in here on Senior Day, picking up a goal. And I can tell you right now, I can't see Cody Agrella's eyes as he'll depart. I was going to say, I can't see it because of the helmet and the mask, but I can imagine his eyes are as big as saucers as he wants an opportunity to score. Booth with the move, steps in, fires as that shot covered by Ortiz Sanchez. And we played one half here at Alumni Field. The Crusaders, with the 17-1 lead, will come back with Crusaders at the half on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. We'll be right back. Back here at Alumni Field, Crusaders at the half is Belmont Abbey jumping out to a 17-1 advantage against Lees-McRae here on Senior Day as we honored 15 seniors prior to the action this afternoon, and many of them have made an impact in this contest. As we take a look at the goal scores, the Crusaders have 12 different goal scores in the course of this action. Callum Tanner with a goal. He's also got 2 assists. Cooper Sadewand with a goal as well. Liam Osborne with 3. Adam Wiedemann with 3. James Booth with a pair of goals. Brian DePass, Brendan McGovern, Sean Hanrahan, Ben Otrosa, Jason Hollister, Tyler Dolly, and Kyle Fitzsimmons. Fitzsimmons had one of the more notable goals of the first half when he scored. The bench erupted as the Crusaders continued to stretch out their lead. They had a 7-goal run to start things off as Alec Molander would score the lone goal of the afternoon for Lees-McRae. And then the Crusaders would wrap up with 10 goals in the remainder of the first half of action as the Crusaders have owned this first 30 minutes of action between the Crusaders and the Bobcats here on the Belmont Abbey Sports Networks. The Crusaders already with 41 shots, 28 of them on frame, 4 shots for Lees-McRae, 4 on goal, as 1 shot did actually beat the keeper, Ryan McLaughlin. He did have 3 saves in the first half of action. When we come back on the other side of this timeout, we'll be that much closer to second half action as the Crusaders look to raise the red, and you'll see it all on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Want to get the most out of your next getaway or business trip? Get over to Belmont, North Carolina, and feel the Hamptonality. At the Hampton Inn Charlotte Belmont at Moncross, we give you friendly service at a great value. You'll rest easy on our clean and fresh Hampton bed. The crisp white linens and duvet give a fresh start to every guest each morning. Every morning begins with our free hot breakfast, including delicious waffles and hearty oatmeal. And with free Wi-Fi, you're guaranteed to stay connected. We're conveniently located just 8 miles from the center of Charlotte, 7 miles from the Charlotte Douglas International Airport, and just 1 mile from Belmont Abbey College. Book your stay by visiting Hampton.com or by calling 704-825-6100. Again, that's Hampton.com or calling 704-825-6100. Feel the Hamptonality at the preferred hotel for Crusaders athletics, the Hampton Inn Charlotte Belmont at Moncross.
Looking for up-to-the-minute scores of your favorite Crusader sports? www.abbeyathletics.com. Feature content, including coaches' interviews. www.abbeyathletics.com. Crusaders broadcast on demand. That's right, www.abbeyathletics.com. Your online source for all things Crusaders can be found in one place, www.abbeyathletics.com.
Pain. Pain doesn't just work 9 to 5. Pain can work round the clock, hours and hours, without even thinking of taking a break. So when you're hurting, you don't want to wait for an appointment. You need relief now. Well, there is a solution. Ortho Carolina's Urgent Care can provide relief for the entire family when time is of the essence. Our after-hours clinics are conveniently located near you when you need us. Ortho Carolina's expert staff is ready to treat strains, sprains, minor dislocations, sports injuries, joint pain, and more. The next time you or a loved one is hurting on an evening or over the weekend, we'll be ready to help. It's the same state-of-the-art care, professionalism, and expertise that's made Ortho Carolina a leader in the Southeast. Pain doesn't happen when it's handy, and you shouldn't have to wait to get relief. Visit orthocarolina.com for a list of urgent care locations and hours. Ortho Carolina. You improve.
Gaston County is a great place to raise a family. The benefits of the Charlotte Metro blended with the familiarity of several bedroom communities make Gaston a wonderful place to become a first-time homebuyer. But in a shifting market, it's paramount to find a company that will work even harder for you in a very competitive landscape. Might I suggest to you Moss Realty? Moss Realty wants to serve you as an advocate through the home buying process. I've seen the hard work of the staff on a personal level. The attention to detail and their knowledge of Gaston County is top-notch. Moss Realty can help you make a pleasure out of life's biggest purchase.
Give them a call at 704-865-5555 or log on to mossrealty.com. The number again, 704-865-5555. Moss Realty can turn dream home searching into dream home living. That number one more time, 704-865-5555. That's Moss Realty. Looking for up-to-the-minute scores of your favorite Crusader sports? www.abbeyathletics.com. Feature content, including coaches' interviews. www.abbeyathletics.com. Crusaders broadcast on demand. That's right, www.abbeyathletics.com. Your online source for all things Crusaders can be found in one place, www.abbeyathletics.com.
Saturdays used to be for college football. Now you drive 300 miles to watch this. Don't get me wrong, you love flag dancing as much as the next guy. All 8 hours of it. But what you really love is your little girl. Yes! Nice pop toss. Flag dancing? We've been there. And with free hot breakfast and a warm welcome, we'll be there for you. Book at Hampton.com for a guaranteed discount on your next weekend stay. Hampton by Hilton.
Back here at Alumni Field, moments away from getting the second half of action started. Don't forget it's a doubleheader of action today here on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. As soon as we're done here with the action at Alumni Field, we'll bring you the Ortho Carolina postgame show. And certainly from the looks of things, after the first 30 minutes, we'll have some happy totals to bring your way. And then once we are done with the Ortho Carolina postgame show, we'll pack up the equipment, we'll take it where it needs to go. Some of it goes back to Wheeler. Most of it stays with me as we make the march over to Abbey Yard for the final game of the three-game series between the Belmont Abbey Crusaders and the Erskine College Flying Fleet. As the doubleheader is supposed to start today at 1 o'clock, it looks like they might be running just a hair late over at Abbey Yard, as the Crusaders have Harley Whittam in goal for period number 3. And it looks like that Whittam, the way he warmed up, he's going to see, I would imagine, probably the third quarter of action at the very least, as the Crusaders have put together a pretty substantial lead here through 30 minutes of action. So Whittam is in goal, as the Crusaders will have Dylan Harmon in the middle going from left to right here in period number 3. As it's tracked down for the Crusaders by Quentin Pearson, the midfielder out of Gresham, Oregon. So Utrosa with McGovern, Piggott, Cooper Sidewan will depart as Kyle McGinley will come on. As Booth effectively taking the spot for Wiedemann. Utrosa working in the middle, much like Callum Tanner, and then Liam Osborne has been replaced as the shot taken by McGinley. So it's covered by Ortiz Sanchez. As that pass was muffed a little bit, and Booth is going to get to the corner as he tries to work it around. Still efforting. Stepping in has been Utrosa. It's kicked away, and now Kyle McGinley has it for the Crusaders. The Crusaders, Aaron White in the attack zone for the Crusaders. McGovern with a chance to run. He'll fire, and that shot runs along the net. Ortiz Sanchez was quite curious as to why he had the pipe covered, but he knew the ball didn't get past him. He just couldn't spot the ball, so he gets some help from the defense. Of course, the Crusaders could not attack in the crease, so Lees-McRae essentially could pick it up at their leisure. As Lees-McRae looks to clear it, and they'll get it into their attack zone. If you can hear in my microphone, just on the other side of the hedges, Abbey Yard, they're handling the national anthem at this moment. We had ours earlier today. There's a possibility we might hear it again at the tail end of this action. Jonathan Barry trying to work around Brendan McGovern. It's the shot toward Witham. Whittam smothers, and it's covered as Whittam was able to get his stick on it just before it breaches the goal line. So Whittam with the save. And Whittam's going to go on a run. And as soon as Whittam got past midfield, there was somebody from the Belmont Abbey bench begging him to shoot it. I don't know how that would have sat with head coach Chris Barrett. It might have made for a very short-lived afternoon for Whittam. Perhaps not. But discretion being the better part of valor, he finds an offensive player, and now he goes back to his crease area. Booth back out to Grippo. As it's Grippo, Hanrahan, Hollister, Utrosa, and White. Aaron White out of Aliso Niguel, California. Utrosa on the near side. Hanrahan to Grippo. Grippo trying to work past Gabe Soto. Now Hanrahan behind the frame. Utrosa. Utrosa has a marker this afternoon. Now Grippo fires and he goes over the top of Ortiz Sanchez. And the Crusaders stretch the lead.
That goal was scored by number 1, Colin Grippo, unassisted.
Was Grippo with the marker. It'll be his 8th of the season. And the Crusaders have the 18-1 lead. It's Billy Huss working in the middle for the Crusaders with an 18-1 advantage. It's picked up for Lees-McRae by Tanner Jones. Tanner Jones races it down the middle. The pass, and that's a very nice play for Lees-McRae as they took it in transition. Getting the goal is Jonathan Barry. And that stops a run of 11 straight for the Crusaders as Lees-McRae
That goal was scored by number 1.
will have a flag. It'll be nullified on the goal score for the Bobcats, making it 18-2 as Barry with the goal. So Lees-McRae got the face-off and went immediately down the field and put themselves in a good spot. And the Crusaders will get the ball into the offensive zone as Huss flips it off to Booth, and we'll have a flag. So Lees-McRae will be a man down. Belmont Abbey effectively will be working with a free play here. Booth here on the near side. So they go to Jake Clark. Clark behind the frame. Examines, looks for a pass out top to Voltaggio. Voltaggio fires, sends it high and wide right, and will have an infraction that the official here on the near side will give the call on. So it'll be a delay of game on Lees-McRae. The Crusaders will be a man up. So we're here in the third period. The Crusaders with the 18-2 advantage. So we've got 9 minutes and 33 seconds remaining. Piggott will get the restart for the Crusaders, as the attack unit will have McGinley, Osborne, Booth, Tanner, Utrosa, and Piggott. And Utrosa right there on the doorstep hammers it past Ortiz Sanchez. Utrosa gets his second goal of the afternoon, and the Crusaders will try to see if they can put together another stretch of unanswered goals as they lead 19-2.
Assisted by number 4, Jack Piggott.
As Piggott gets the helper on the pass, Utrosa was unmarked, really about 2 paces outside the crease, and Ortiz Sanchez was standing face to face with the ball coming at him at about 65, 70 miles an hour, and Utrosa got the better of it. Checking an email that I received during halftime. I want to say hello to Tobin and Mary Ellen Senfeld. Checking out the action from the heartland in the great state of Indiana. The state that brings us our Vice President, Mike Pence, who was actually in Charlotte yesterday. I've promised myself that one of these days, in making one of my treks to the Cincinnati area, that instead of staying on the south and east end of the 275 loop, I'm going to wander off into the heartland of America and see Indiana. Because I've only made one previous trip, and that was just across the river north of Louisville. But I hear things much nicer on the west side of Cincinnati, looking into Indiana. I'll be making that trip in August, so we'll have to see what happens, as White has it for the Crusaders on the far side. I did have a chance to talk with baseball player Luke Curitan last night. He, of course, from Indianapolis. He is a Reds fan like myself. However, like many Reds fans in the tri-state area, we've not had a whole lot to cheer about this season. But perhaps better things in the offing. As the shot taken by Patrick Bagata wide left, and it'll stay with the Crusaders. White with the spin move. He'll shoot, and he'll get it past Ortiz Sanchez. As White with the goal, and the Crusaders stretch out the lead.
That goal was scored by number 67, Aaron White, unassisted.
For Aaron White, that is his first goal of the season. It's his first points of the year, as the freshman extends the lead, and the Crusaders have 20 on the board this afternoon. Dylan Harmon in the middle for the Crusaders. Is that ball pitched out? Picked up by Jacob Moore, the sophomore out of King, North Carolina. White outside to Jones. Coming on offensively is Aiden Carroll, the freshman out of New Jersey. Now Liam Kircher on. So it looks like we also have Jack O'Connor on, the freshman out of Roebuck, South Carolina, which is the Spartanburg area, a product of Dorman High School. Dorman High School, one of the bigger high schools that you will see in the upstate of South Carolina. There's a few there. Dorman, no exception. It looks like a small college. Looks like a not so small college. That campus is huge. And certainly with their love of football, the stadium would be equally large. It's Brian to pass out on the far side. White rotates it around as they get it to O'Connor. O'Connor loses the handle on it. DePass will pick it up, and DePass will take the shot and miss it wide left. Brian DePass already with a goal in this contest. DePass, one of many players for the Crusaders that are going to actually participate in international competitions during the summer. That story came out during the fall about the lacrosse exploits of the Crusaders as DePass leans in, and DePass finds his second goal of the afternoon. So he had the stick on the left side, and his athleticism was able to get him past the marker.
Brian DePass, unassisted.
And DePass with the goal. The Crusaders stretch the lead to 19. And we'll now see a new attack unit on for the Crusaders as we get inside 6 minutes remaining in the third period. As Billy Huss will work it in the middle against Lees-McRae's Ryan Beecham. Along with our production director this afternoon, Angelina Perrone, our camera operator, Bryn Kelly, our quality control supervisor, Richard Medley. Brian Rushing here with you. So glad that you could join us on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network as Mitch DeSanto on, the freshman out of Fairport, New York. DeSanto will now flip it over to Grant Walton. And Brett Orr, the sophomore out of St. Albert, Alberta, coming on. It's Chase Stewart now has it for the Crusaders. I was going to tell that story in the first half, but I'll now get an opportunity now. Chase Stewart, the son of former major leaguer Scott Stewart. Scott Stewart played his high school baseball at East Gaston High School. Was signed by, I believe, if memory serves, the Texas Rangers. He had the lion's share of his time in the majors with the Montreal Expos, now the Washington Nationals. I'll save the story for another broadcast, and probably not a lacrosse broadcast. Scott Stewart, in my time in minor league baseball, one of the funniest stories that I have to share involves Scott Stewart in an exhibition game between the Chicago White Sox and the Montreal Expos as the infraction whistled, and we'll have a timeout. As the timeout will be taken by Chris Barrett. We're going to hold it here for just a second.
Timeout, Belmont Abbey.
To see what may be going on. We'll go ahead and take the timeout now as the Crusaders ask for it. We'll be back on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. Looking for up-to-the-minute scores of your favorite Crusader sports? www.abbeyathletics.com. Feature content, including coaches' interviews. www.abbeyathletics.com. Crusaders broadcast on demand. That's right, www.abbeyathletics.com. Your online source for all things Crusaders can be found in one place, www.abbeyathletics.com. Conference Carolinas, competition amongst 10 colleges and universities across North and South Carolina, as well as Tennessee. Over 3,000 student athletes competing at the highest level of NCAA Division II athletics, with annual selections to postseason play. Conference Carolinas is dedicated to student athletes not only succeeding on the field, but in the classroom and after graduation. Keep up with us at conferencecarolinas.com. Be sure to follow us at CONF Carolinas on our various social media platforms. Back here on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network, live from Alumni Field, the first of our double dip of action on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network this afternoon, as we've got 4:38 remaining in the third period. The Crusaders out in front in a big way. So the Crusaders will get the restart. Patrick Bagata on along with Aiden Carroll, Liam Kircher, Brett Orr. So they'll go far side to O'Connor. It's the shot taken by Kircher, deflected away by Lees-McRae, and the Crusaders will get the restart. Shot taken, hits the upright on the right side and out to midfield. As Kircher's going to try to track it down. He lost his stick momentarily. And possession will go to Lees-McRae.
85 for 41, us. 42 for 18, us.
So the Crusaders in really good position to take their conference record to 5-1. The lone blemish for the Crusaders was a 13-8 road loss. And the loss to Mount Olive, in all fairness, probably one of the more disheartening losses for the Crusaders, because you don't necessarily want to fixate on regrets, but regrettably the Crusaders, had they won that matchup against Mount Olive, they would have been the sole champion in Conference Carolinas. They would have the 1 seed, and they would be in a much better situation as it relates to regional competition. It's the Crusaders with possession will get the restart as Gerard Del Grosso will have it for the Crusaders. And now they'll go into their offense. Del Grosso will depart after getting the restart. Stewart will come on. As it'll be Stewart, Carroll, along with Walton. O'Connor swings it back around to DeSanto. Also on Connor Peterson. And they'll work it around the perimeter. As we're nearing the 2-minute mark remaining here in period number 3. Over on the far slot, Grant Walton. That ball runs along the back line. It's covered up by Lees-McRae. And we'll have a whistle, and it stays with the Crusaders. Stewart with a chance to run. Now we'll put it on the other side and he'll fire. That shot misses wide left. And I've never played lacrosse at any level. But to be Chase Stewart in that situation, or any player, as Stewart can't track down the ball as it's lost, we'll have a flag in possession. We'll go to Lees-McRae as Chase Stewart will come off the infraction on Stewart as he'll depart with the 30-second mark off. But I would imagine if I have sold myself on the idea that I am going to fire what is perhaps my first shot as a college athlete in a lacrosse game, I would imagine that my heart would be racing, my blood pressure would be skyrocketing, and if I scored on my first ever collegiate shot, I'd probably be over the moon. Bryn Kelly, our camera operator, knows that experience as she scored on her senior day. Bryn Kelly has been a long time stalwart defensively for the Crusaders women's lacrosse team as Whittam covers the shot taken by Tanner Jones. But on senior day for Bryn Kelly, she had the opportunity to experience life on the other side of the field. And she hammered a shot into the back of the net, and the Crusaders won on senior day, as it should be. But got it on the far side. And they'll take it back to Jake Clark. And Clark will wait back with Hunter Jones. So Clark will depart. Coming on for Belmont Abbey will be Walton. And Hunter Jones just facilitating, and now he'll depart. Bagata and Jones will race off. Now coming on will be Connor Peterson again for the Crusaders. So we're inside 5 seconds remaining in the third period as that pass will be misplayed by the Crusaders, but we've played 3 periods here at Alumni Field. Belmont Abbey with a big lead as we go to the fourth on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. Looking for up-to-the-minute scores of your favorite Crusader sports? www.abbeyathletics.com. Feature content, including coaches' interviews. www.abbeyathletics.com. Crusaders broadcast on demand. That's right, www.abbeyathletics.com. Your online source for all things Crusaders can be found in one place, www.abbeyathletics.com. And we're back here for the fourth quarter on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. A new netminder for the Crusaders, Bryce Gifford, the sophomore out of Delran, New Jersey, is on for the Crusaders. And the thing that makes Bryn Kelly happier than talking about her offensive exploits is talking about Delran, New Jersey, which is where Bryce Gifford hails from. If you're on the sun deck, you're fair game. So the Crusaders in the fourth quarter will go from right to left. This possession covered by Ryan Beecham, and Lees-McRae will go on offense. So I'll try to get the defensive alignment for Chris Barrett here in just a moment. I see Nick Montgomery on the pitch defensively. Also back on, Jamie Wolf. Wolf got the start today as part of the Senior Day festivities. Jack Natarnicola back on the pitch for the Crusaders. It's Natarnicola getting some action here in this fourth quarter. Natarnicola, the sophomore out of Chesapeake, Virginia. As that shot misses wide right, it'll stay with Lees-McRae. Cooper Sadawand on for Belmont Abbey here in this defensive set, as well as Quentin Pearson. And I think rounding out the group is Gerard Del Grosso. And of course, Bryce Gifford minding the frame for the Crusaders. As it's been all Belmont Abbey in this one. The Crusaders have had runs of 7 and 11 consecutive goals in this contest. Just getting started here in the fourth period. As Gifford getting the start in the fourth quarter in goal, and there could possibly be another change made here in a moment. I say a moment. Perhaps at some point in the period. As the shot taken by Alec Molander, that's going to be his second of the afternoon. As that cuts the lead. As Molander gets his second marker. Molander has goal number 29 on the season. And the lead goes to 21-3. At midfield for the face-off will be Grant Walton. Along the ground, trying to track it down for Lees-McRae. And it'll go over. It'll stay with Lees-McRae. Tanner Jones was closest to it when it went out of bounds. Out to midfield. So we'll have a stoppage. And possession will stay with Lees-McRae off the infraction. It's Natar Nicola marking Craig Barr behind the frame. Kyle Fitzsimmons back on for the Crusaders. He got a goal earlier in the contest. As that ball pitched out to Gerard Del Grosso, and the Crusaders now in transition. Cannot track it down for the Crusaders. It was Ryan Flood, the freshman out of Mandeville, Louisiana. And Lees-McRae will try to lob it forward. And it's going to be covered by the Crusaders. Nick Montgomery, he'll get the ground ball, and he now looks to advance it. As Flood takes the shot from behind, and it'll go to the Crusaders. So I'll try to get the offensive alignment. Jack Ryan on, Parker Haygood on for the Crusaders. As Flood is on, the pass, Fitzsimmons will depart. And I hear the home run music over at Abbey Yard, so apparently the Crusaders are on the board relatively early. Kircher. So it sounds like, as that shot hits the left upright, the shot from Jack Ryan, it sounds like it was Josh Genthy that hit the home run, if I remember the batting order. As it's covered for Lees-McRae by Christopher LeMay, and that one's ripped away by Kircher. As it runs along ground, and Kircher has it. He'll flip it ahead to Del Grosso, and Del Grosso goes to Montgomery. Montgomery will get the clearance. He'll flip it ahead, and the shot taken by Ryan Flood, the freshman out of Mandeville, Louisiana, gets the goal, and the Crusaders stretch the lead. It was Ryan Flood with the goal.
Is there an assist?
As Ryan Flood got the lead out. So the Crusaders get the goal from Ryan Flood, and the lead extends back to 19. After the Crusaders on Saturday defeated Limestone by 14-10, they put together what is arguably their best performance of the year against North Greenville. Not only were they on point offensively, but to take the North Greenville club and really shut down any sort of offensive narrative that the Crusaders wanted to occupy in the course of the action. Belmont Abbey allowing just 3 goals to North Greenville. I thought that was an even more complete effort against North Greenville than what they had earlier in the year on the road against Queens. So I thought it was a phenomenal effort and indicative of where this club is. This is a club that has had some heartbreaking losses. And they've had some losses to where flat out an opportunity to make a statement nationally and just couldn't quite do it. You take a look at 1-goal losses in overtime to Lynn at home and then a 1-goal loss to Tampa. If either one of those games go the direction of the Crusaders, the path to what would be a national tournament bid would be considerably easier. So take it. And the shot, Ryan Flood gets the twofer in the fourth quarter. As Ryan Flood with the goal, Jack Ryan found Flood, and Flood is flooding the goal with shots here in the fourth quarter. So the Crusaders stretch the lead.
Number 71, Jack Ryan.
And the Crusaders are poised with 10 minutes remaining to go to 5-1 in the conference. And they will have, at the very least, a share of the conference title with Limestone. I do not have a score from Mount Olive against Emmanuel. I would imagine that Mount Olive is winning that contest and probably doing it with some level of ease. As you take a look at what Lees-McRae did, they not only defeated Emmanuel, it was a beatdown. On senior day, they beat Emmanuel 20-7. That was the lone conference win for the Bobcats this year. And I'm getting confirmation now from Justin Bates that perhaps we'll have to hold up just a minute and trying to get confirmation. I thought that was a noon start, so they should be getting toward the end of their contest. Mount Olive leads 19-3. So for all intents and purposes, they're inside 4 minutes remaining in that contest. As Gifford covers it for the Crusaders, and now Del Grosso brings it in to the forward position, and the shot scored. Jack Ryan passes the ball to Ryan Flood to score his second goal, and now Jack Ryan gets into the act with his first goal of the afternoon, and the Crusaders continue to extend the lead. Jack Ryan gets his first goal of the season. He now has 2 assists on the year after the assist to Flood earlier. And the Crusaders have stretched it out to 21. So it looks like that we will have a 3-way tie in the conference for the regular season title. And we should be hearing sometime soon about how the drawing is going to be handled. What I would suggest that you do is check back around dinner time this evening as we will have a story not only on the senior day game here against Lees-McRae, but against the subsequent draws and tiebreakers that will determine who gets the bye into the semifinal and who plays on Tuesday at home against what would likely be Lees-McRae. As it'll be a 3 versus 6 matchup and a 4-5 matchup in that opening round. So if everything goes wrong for the Crusaders as it relates to the draw, the Crusaders, there's offside on the Crusaders. If the draws goes against the Abbey, the Crusaders would host Lees-McRae right back here on Tuesday with rain in the area. As the ball runs along ground, the Crusaders have it, and now they'll look to attack. So it goes ahead to Quentin Pearson. The shot taken, and Jack Ryan hammers it past Ortiz Sanchez. As Ryan gets his second goal of the day, and the Crusaders extend the lead. And folks, I'm just going to share, for the first time in a men's lacrosse broadcast, I was rendered speechless, not by the action that was taking place on the offensive side for Lees-McRae, but what was happening on the other side. And there's no way that I was going to ask Bryn Kelly to actually go away from the action, though I have a feeling that somewhere along the way somebody's going to have that track down, and it's going to end up on social media somewhere, as there was a veritable dance-off on the other side of the field. That's the most bizarre thing I think I've ever seen in men's lacrosse.
They officially do not care. They officially don't care.
As the ball's still running along the ground. Lees-McRae trying to pick it up. Soto trying to. Fitzsimmons picked it up out of the air and ran it down. And fired on goal. Missed it just wide. Lees-McRae will get the restart. This is just a very strange turn of events here. As that ball running along the ground, Ortiz Sanchez will have to track it down. And now the goal is wide open. And Ortiz Sanchez is going to race it out to midfield.
See, he's a midi, so maybe he could just go for it.
As the shot taken, and Gifford covers. Fitzsimmons running downfield, celebrating senior day. It's the pass deflected away. Ryan Flood trying to track it down as we've got sticks tangled up all over the place. Jack Ryan will get it back for the Crusaders, and they'll go back onto their offense. I mean, folks, I'm not joking when I said that on the other end, opposite the Lees-McRae attack, there was a dance-off. It's Dale on the near side. Over on the far side, Parker Haygood. Haygood loses the handle on it. And we'll have a stop, as we'll have a flag coming up here in just a moment. So the infraction will go on Jonathan Barry, the freshman out of Mooresville, and the Crusaders will play with a man up. So we have 5 minutes and 14 seconds remaining here from Alumni Field.
That was at halftime.
We do have a halftime score. Limestone, their conference year is done. It's been done once they played us last Saturday. They are leading Seton Hill 7-6 at half.
All the way around.
Seton Hill's leading Limestone at half, 7-6. As that matchup for Limestone does have regional importance. The Saints could certainly improve their standing within the region with a win against Seton Hill, but subsequently could contend with some issues with a loss as that ball sent down to Gifford, and now Gifford trying to run away from the pressure.
Gary, why didn't we catch this?
They go to Quentin Pearson. Pearson clears it for the Crusaders. Has it behind the frame. As Gifford will depart, coming on will be Tucker Senfeld. Senfeld, the sophomore out of Indianapolis by way of Cathedral. Cathedral, ironically enough, we talked about Luke Curitan, who's playing over at Abbey Yard today. He's also from Cathedral. Found out Cathedral in recent years had won 3 state Indiana football championships. It's Tristan Hashemi has it in the midfield for Lees-McRae. As Barry goes into the offensive zone and pitches it back out to Craig Barr. Soto loses the handle briefly, but it's covered by Craig Barr. And now Lees-McRae will look to go into offense as there's 3 minutes remaining. With the Ortho Carolina postgame show, considering that the overarching narrative of this contest has pretty much been sealed from the start, we'll spend less time talking about the who, the how, and the what of what transpired with today's action, but we'll sort of focus on what we saw today out of the seniors that participated in this senior day. Adam Wiedemann saw action in the first period, and I don't think we've seen Wiedemann since the first period. And in this situation, it's probably not a bad idea to give Wiedemann and some other players rest. At this time of the year, it's a grind as the shot taken and scored on by Tanner Jones. Tanner Jones makes the score 25-4. As Lees-McRae with the goal for Jones.
That goal was scored by number.
That's going to be goal number 17 on the year.
Assisted by number 7, Craig Barr.
It's the Crusaders will get the win this afternoon, and then we'll see what happens with the draws. It's Barry able to get away. Jack Natar-Nicola has it for the Crusaders. It's Natar-Nicola flips it back to Senfeld. Senfeld gets it back. Now to Fitzsimmons. Near side to Jack Ryan, who's got 2 goals today. The pass on the offensive end. Kircher on the offensive end. Coming on now is Aiden Carroll. So we're inside a minute remaining from Alumni Field. The pass. Works it around to Haygood. Flood behind the frame. He's got 2 goals this afternoon. So it's been a very solid offensive effort for the Crusaders today. So the whistle will blow. It'll stay with the Crusaders, and they are just running the clock out as we're inside 10 seconds remaining. Is in the corner. Lees-McRae will try to trap the ball, but it won't matter. The Crusaders on Senior Day win, and they win big by a 25-4 score. We come back. We'll have the Ortho Carolina postgame show here in just a bit. Want to get the most out of your next getaway or business trip? Get over to Belmont, North Carolina, and feel the Hamptonality. At the Hampton Inn Charlotte Belmont at Moncross, we give you friendly service at a great value. You'll rest easy on our clean and fresh Hampton bed. The crisp white linens and duvet give a fresh start to every guest each morning. Every morning begins with our free hot breakfast, including delicious waffles and hearty oatmeal. And with free Wi-Fi, you're guaranteed to stay connected. We're conveniently located just 8 miles from the center of Charlotte, 7 miles from the Charlotte Douglas International Airport, and just 1 mile from Belmont Abbey College. Book your stay by visiting Hampton.com or by calling 704-825-6100. Again, that's Hampton.com or calling 704-825-6100. Feel the Hamptonality at the preferred hotel for Crusaders Athletics, the Hampton Inn Charlotte Belmont at Moncross. Looking for up-to-the-minute scores of your favorite Crusader sports? www.abbeyathletics.com. Feature content, including coaches' interviews. www.abbeyathletics.com. Crusaders broadcast on demand. That's right, www.abbeyathletics.com. Your online source for all things Crusaders can be found in one place. www.abbeyathletics.com.
Pain. Pain doesn't just work 9 to 5. Pain can work round the clock, hours and hours, without even thinking of taking a break. So when you're hurting, you don't want to wait for an appointment. You need relief now. Well, there is a solution. Ortho Carolina's Urgent Care can provide relief for the entire family when time is of the essence. Our after-hours clinics are conveniently located near you when you need us. Ortho Carolina's expert staff is ready to treat strains, sprains, minor dislocations, sports injuries, joint pain, and more. The next time you or a loved one is hurting on an evening or over the weekend, we'll be ready to help. It's the same state-of-the-art care, professionalism, and expertise that's made Ortho Carolina Carolina, a leader in the Southeast. Pain doesn't happen when it's handy, and you shouldn't have to wait to get relief. Visit orthocarolina.com for a list of urgent care locations and hours. Ortho Carolina, you improved.
Gaston County is a great place to raise a family. The benefits of the Charlotte Metro blended with the familiarity of several bedroom communities make Gaston a wonderful place to become a first-time home buyer. But in a shifting market, it's paramount to find a company that will work even harder for you in a very competitive landscape. Might I suggest to you Moss Realty? Moss Realty wants to serve you as an advocate through the home buying process. I've seen the hard work of the staff on a personal level. The attention to detail and their knowledge of Gaston County is top-notch. Moss Realty can help you make a pleasure out of life's biggest purchase. Give them a call at 704-865-5555 or log on to mossrealty.com. The number again, 704-865-5555. Moss Realty can turn dream home searching into dream home living. That number one more time, 704-865-5555. That's Moss Realty. Looking for up-to-the-minute scores of your favorite Crusader sports? www.abbeyathletics.com. Feature content, including coaches' interviews. www.abbeyathletics.com. Crusaders broadcast on demand. That's right, www.abbeyathletics.com. Your online source for all things Crusaders can be found in one place, www.abbeyathletics.com. Back here on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network as the Crusaders get the win on Senior Day, 25-4. Here on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network, folks, as we take part in the Ortho Carolina postgame show. A lot of people we want to thank this afternoon. Dr. Ron John, Maitre Blair Primus, and all their help with the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. Folks, don't forget, for excellence in orthopedics, there's only one name to remember, Ortho Carolina. You improved as the Crusaders now wait on the draw. Everybody in the conference at the top, Mount Olive, Limestone, Belmont Abbey, all 5-1. So what that means is there's a shared championship for the regular season. What that means is that there's going to be a draw held here in just a little bit to determine who is the number one team in the conference as it relates to seedings for the tournament. Then they'll go into a series of tiebreakers, most likely the heads-to-heads and things like that, to determine who gets the 2 seed and the bye into the semis, and the 3 seed hosting a quarterfinal matchup here or at home against what would most likely be the Lees-McRae Bobcats. It would be the Bobcats of Lees-McRae in a Tuesday matchup. Whatever the case may be, you'll want to follow us on www.abbeyathletics.com to get an idea of how everything breaks down later on this evening. What we'll do at this moment, we'll take a brief time out here on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network, and we'll wrap things up as the Crusaders win on Senior Day, 25-4 on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network.
Pain. Pain doesn't just work 9 to 5. Pain can work round the clock, hours and hours, without even thinking of taking a break. So when you're hurting, you don't want to wait for an appointment. You need relief now. Well, there is a solution. Ortho Carolina's Urgent Care can provide relief for the entire family when time is of the essence. Our after-hours clinics are conveniently located near you when you need us. Ortho Carolina's expert staff is ready to treat strains, sprains, minor dislocations, sports injuries, joint pain, and more. The next time you or a loved one is hurting on an evening or over the weekend, we'll be ready to help. It's the same state-of-the-art care, professionalism, and expertise that's made Ortho Carolina a leader in the Southeast. Pain doesn't happen when it's handy, and you shouldn't have to wait to get relief. Visit orthocarolina.com for a list of urgent care locations and hours. Ortho Carolina, you improved.
Back here on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network, here along with my production assistant, Angelina Perone, our camera operators today, Richard Medley and Bryn Kelly this afternoon. Brian Rushing here with you. Folks, don't forget, for excellence in orthopedics, there's only one name to remember. Ortho Carolina, you improve as the Crusaders move their record to 5-1 in conference, 10-4 overall on the year, as the regular season except for one game which will take place on May the 5th against Lindenwood, has come to a close. The pre-tournament schedule has certainly come to a close, as we'll get the story out here in a little bit on the Belmont Abbey Athletics website, www.abbeyathletics.com, as it relates to Senior Day, as well as relation to where the Crusaders will be in the tournament now that they have a shared title with Mount Olive and Limestone. So the Crusaders today got off to a 7-0 start, and they didn't look back from there as they put together runs of 7 straight, 11 straight, stretching into the second half of action before Lees-McRae was able to cut off those runs. Lees-McRae would ultimately score the final goal of the contest to make it a 25-4 game. So I implore you to check out www.abbeyathletics.com later on this evening so that you can get an idea of where the Crusaders will be come Tuesday. They could be off. They could be preparing for a weekend's worth of lacrosse down at North Greenville, or they could be playing a first-round matchup against Lees-McRae right here at Alumni Field. We'll have to wait and see how everything breaks down. If you're listening to the baseball broadcast later on this afternoon, once I get confirmation from the league office where men's lacrosse will be, I will surely report it on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. So you can certainly stay tuned there, and I'll do my very best to get that information out to you. So today, 15 seniors honored, and the Crusaders share a championship in the regular season with a 25-4 win over Lees-McRae. A lot of folks we want to thank this afternoon. Director of Athletics Stephen Miss, Associate AD Paul Lyon, Assistant Athletic Directors Jackie Gable and Justin Bates. Want to thank Director of Athletic Communications Jim Steffen. Want to thank John Fitzgerald, Brooks Ledger for their work. Want to thank Dr. Trey Cunningham. Want to thank my staff today. I want to thank Richard Medley, Bryn Kelly for bringing the action today by way of the camera. I want to thank Angelina Perrone for her solid work on the computer this afternoon as the Crusaders celebrate Senior Day the right way, winning 25-4 against Lees-McRae. We hope that you'll follow us this afternoon as we'll be on the air around 3:30 for baseball action between the Belmont Abbey Crusaders and the Erskine College Flying Fleet as they wrap up that 3-game set this weekend at Abbey Yard. So until later on when we're back on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network, this is Brian Rushing signing off. Until next time, we'll see you. Goodbye, everybody.
Crusaders Athletics on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network has been brought to you by Pine Island Country Club, Domino's, Moss Realty, the Hampton Inn by Hilton at Montcross, and Ortho Carolina, you improve. Don't forget, your online home for all things Crusaders can be found at www.abbeyathletics.com. We thank you for tuning in. We can't wait to see you next time right here on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network.